The king is back, ladies and gentlemen. A few weeks ago, something rather unexpected happened while cooking in my kitchen. Some words fell out of my mouth. Fabio, I love you. What? I didn't plan to say it, it just happened. And in this moment, I realized something powerful about self love, solitude, and why I stopped chasing women. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Fabio, and back in the days, I've been a drug addict and I've been homeless. But through self improvement, I fought my way out of there to now live a proper life. And everything I learned on this route of self improvement, I will teach you on this channel. But let me tell you how this I love you story all started. In this moment of me cooking for myself, it just fell out of my mouth. And this situation was so profound for me. I was just in my zone, just cooking stuff and trying, now listen up, trying to do it properly, make it look nicely, kind of like what you can see sometimes on Instagram, right? And back in the days when I saw those videos, I looked at it, it's like, what is this gay stuff? You just make it look beautiful on the plate for Instagram, taking a picture. What? For what? But no, I kind of did the same. I didn't make it like super beautiful, but I put effort in the meal I cooked for myself to make it look good and to make it taste good. While doing so, well, I've been in my zone. I said this to myself. It was so profound for me. I even I have a WhatsApp group with my parents, right? And I even texted it in there. It's like I just did that to myself. And especially my mom, she was so happy, and she's like, "Yeah, this means so much." Blah blah blah. My dad was finally just happy as well, right? And which was a beautiful situation. And back in the days, for example, when I said something or tried to say something like "Fabio, I love you," I felt weird about it. But nowadays, listen, nowadays, I can say with conviction, I'm amazing, I'm smart, I'm rich, I'm sexy, I'm the man. And guess how I feel when I say so? I feel great. But all of this self love stuff developed through me overcoming something, an addiction. And this reminds me of something very important. Sex was always a vice to me because the way I had sex or the way sex was part of my life was not normal. At some point, I had multiple girlfriends at the same time. At some point, I was just lost in it and not in a good way. It was not healthy at all. It was such a big part of my life. Right now in my life, I live solitude. I'm all on my own and I don't want women in my life. But like, for example, a few years ago or months ago, I had multiple girlfriends. But even though I had those moments, and even though this sex was a vice for me, I always knew for whatever reason, I knew it's just a part in my life for some time, temporary. Because before that, I have had different addictions, like drugs as well. And my last one was cigarettes. And I will tell you how I stopped smoking cigarettes because some people need to go to therapy, some people need hypnosis, some people need whatever. No, for me, it was like this. It was in November 2022. I looked at my pack of cigarettes I had at this time. I was like, nah, I'm done. That's how I stopped. And I took the cigarettes, put them in the trash, and all the lighters I had, I put everything in the trash. I had no longing, I had no craving, I had nothing. I was done like this. And I did the same with cocaine. At some point, I was done. And don't get me wrong here. Every once in a while, I smoke a cigarette, but I'm not a smoker anymore and I don't buy cigarettes. Maybe once a month when I meet with somebody who smokes, I'm like, give me a cigarette, please. And I smoke one, but that's it. That's it. Maybe 10 cigarettes per year. So I'm not a smoker at all. And this is how I overcame it. And I knew exactly from the past that I can do the same with women. I just didn't know when there's the right time for it. And now here's where it gets interesting because even though I didn't know when there's the right time for it, I knew I have to make some certain experiences because I'm a man. And I believe before you can marry as a man, you have to have some certain experience with women or certain experiences in general. Because, in my opinion, look at normal marriages. A lot of men watch porn. A lot of men, sometimes they look at other women and that they're not satisfied or whatever. But in my case, I can say, okay, I'm done. I did it. I saw so many vaginas in my life, in real life, and I never watch porn. I don't watch porn. I don't masturbate and I don't watch porn. I mean, in real life, and I'm done. It's fine. But in order to come to this place, mentally, spiritually, in my heart, where I'm right now, I had to have those experiences. And this, my friend, is where semen retention and self love go hand in hand. But in order for me to achieve this self love I'm speaking about, I had to fix one problem first. Because I understood something. If I stop having intercourse with women, I'm getting more pure by myself. I'm getting more clean. I stop mixing the energy with other people because, and this sounds maybe weird, but I always believed I have an amazing heart. I'm just a bit weird up here, right? But my soul, my heart, and even my brain in the right times is pure. I have a pure heart. I'm a pure being. And I always mixed my pure energy with other people. For example, let's look at a glass of water, clear water. And if you have intercourse with somebody else, you mix it with somebody else. If the water of the other person is pure as well, you can mix it back and forth and it will stay the same. But if another person's water or energy or whatever looks a bit more like Coca-Cola and you mix it with your own, right? It's getting dirty. And if you mix it again and again and again and again with other people as well, again and again, this pure water that it has been is now dirty. And this impurity of the self cannot lead to self-love. Because you have a dirty picture of yourself. And the only way of you being able, in my opinion, this is how I did it, to fix that is to stop making yourself impure. Stop mixing your energy with others. And the more I did it, I feel my energy, aura, mind, heart, soul, whatever you want to call it, more beautiful, more pure. And I'm more happy to be myself. And after some time of me clearing my energy by abstaining from it, there was this moment where I discovered something powerful. And I learned this in solitude by being only by myself. Right now, I'm not longing for human interaction anymore. And I'm not running after women anymore. And I don't want them in my life, at least at the moment. I learned to be self sufficient. I can be days without needing to meet other people. And of course, every once in a while, I meet some friends and I'm friendly with other people. But most of my time at the moment, I spend by myself. And guess what? I feel good with it. Because in this time of solitude, in this time of me being by myself, in this time of not mixing my energy with other people and my thoughts and my ideas, everything is from me. I learned how it feels to love myself. I learned how it feels to respect myself because I listen to my heart, to my body, to my soul, to my subconscious, and sometimes on purpose, I even listen to my ego and indulge consciously in something that the ego demands. Because if you never listen to your ego, at some point it gets so strong and makes you do whatever. So it was like 2 weekends ago when my ego was demanding, now let's watch some Netflix. I never watched Netflix. Never, ever. Never. And yes, I did it. I watched a show that I liked back in the days. I watched a little bit of Archer, gave this little pleasure consciously to my ego, and then put it by side again. But right now, it's me time. And let me paint you a picture of what this looks like. Currently, I do everything by myself. Everything. I don't miss anything or anybody. And don't get me wrong here, I still love, and every once in a while, a little bit miss my guys from Bangkok. And I will connect with them, well, not from Bangkok, from Dubai, from Miami, they're all over the world. And I will connect with them at some point later. But right now is me time. My right now is the time for myself to build my character, to forge myself, to learn who I am in this time of solitude, in order for then to understand those lessons, implement them, and be Fabio 2.0 and go out there and conquer life. Because again, back in the days, I had girl after girl after girl after girl. I've been dating all the time, or I've been in relationships, and when I ended a relationship, few days after, I had the next girl by my side. I've never been single for the last few years, and it was like, oh. And the same with my guys when I was living in Bangkok. I always had my guys around, always had somebody to meet, something to do, some fun activity or whatever. I was mixing my energy, especially with the girls around. And again, I made myself impure by doing so. I lost my real energy. I lost the who am I? I lost the what is my energy? You get me? And here's what's really fascinating about this. In solitude, I slowly but steadily get to know me because I don't have those distractions around. Again, I love my guys, all right? But by being by myself, everything is blank. I have this blank canvas of me, and I can slowly but steadily paint on it with me being me. Not with not with paint or color from the paint that is mixed. Just me, just find your colors. And bro, that feels so good. And I'm amazing. I figured out I'm amazing because I am. I think that I 100% think of myself, I'm amazing. I'm great. I'm smart. I'm sexy. I'm rich. I'm all of those things. Why? Because I learned a little bit by now. I learned to get to know myself. Who am I? What can I do? How do I think? What are my behavior patterns? And don't get me wrong, I still have some subconscious behavior patterns, right? But, pardon, by being in solitude, by having less noise around, what that allows me to do is to listen. And by me being able to listen, I can listen to what? My higher self or my highest self. And get rid of old behavior patterns. And just by me living that way, I started to do something very interesting. I started to ask myself, what would multimillionaire Fabio do? What would influencer Fabio do? What would my highest self do? And those are questions I ask myself daily. On a daily basis, when I'm taking decisions, and it starts with the smallest things and the smallest behavior and ends up with the biggest things. There is this multi-million influencer Fabio that changes the world and makes a shitload of money by doing so. How is he behaving? And this is what I implement now because, like so, I create my reality. And it's so beautiful, but the only way of me being able to achieve this was by doing what? Solitude and my semen retention energy. And since I have been living this way, something incredibly started happening. And listen, for those people that do semen retention for a long time, those are rookie numbers. But for today, I'm 1.5 months without having sex. And again, I never masturbate. I don't touch myself. It's just not for me. I don't watch porn. Nope. For me, my vice was sex. And I'm abstaining from it. And the last 10 years, again, I've had girl after girl after girl after girl after girl. No, I wanted to stop that, and I did so. And I figured out a huge problem of myself, a problem in my mindset, because back in the days, I literally thought I'm the man because I'm able to have multiple women by my side. And I've been, I'm able to have many women, and that's such an amazing thing and stuff. But this mindset was wrong. This mindset was wrong because nowadays I figured out something stronger. Back in the days, I was like, okay, I can see she's attracted and I'm able to get her to sleep with me, for example. And then after that, I give me this little imaginary shoulder tap. Yeah, I was able to do that. But nowadays, there's something so profound. And I believe it's the semen retention energy. And it is that, mm, and this whole thing actually deserves a whole video by itself. But do you know those? Well, I will drink something. Just give me a moment. Don't drink from plastic bottles. I have a situation right now, and that's why I'm drinking from it. Stay hydrated. So actually, this topic deserves a whole video by itself. But do you know those moments when you, for example, look at somebody, wherever, and this person has his or her back turned to you, and you just look at this person's, I don't know, back of the head or the back, and suddenly this person turns around and looks at you directly. It's because energy is a real thing. And I give you some fact right now. We perceive like everything is energy and light and vibration, right? And those frequencies we are able to perceive just are 0.013% or something of what we're able to perceive. So there's 99% of energies around we are not able to see, like UV lights and stuff. There's 99% we don't see. And those things, when we look at somebody, they don't look at us and suddenly they turn when we look at them. It's because they perceive our energy. They get to know, oh, okay, this person is just looking at me, or what's going on there? It's subconscious, and we just do that. You know those situations, right? And I have those situations daily at the moment in the gym and with women. So I'm working out. And it happens every day I'm in the gym. When I'm saying every day I'm in the gym, I mean every day I'm in the gym. I'm just doing my workout and I'm not looking at women at all. I give friendly nods to everybody. And sometimes a fist bump to a few guys. And everybody from me gets a friendly nod and a smile, okay? But besides that, I'm just there to work out and then I leave. But sometimes I do my workouts, do my little this and that, and I feel something. And I turn and I look at a woman, and then she suddenly feels caught, and then fumbling her phone or whatever. This happens every day. This happens every day. I mean, okay, of course, I'm handsome and stuff, and I'm working out. And when I'm working out, I'm more buff. And of course, it's worth looking at me. But I tell you, that's the semen retention energy. Yeah, I believe somehow women sense when a man is not wasting his semen. And there's semen retention space is so big, and there's men that do that for years and maybe would tell me, oh, but for me, this is what I perceive. And the whole thing for me about it right now is back in the days, if I would have sensed those kinds of situations with women in the gym, for example, that they're looking at me over and over again, at some point I would have approached because I knew, okay, she's obviously attracted to me. Let's see how I can play my cards. But I don't feel the needs anymore. Why? Because my experiences. Why? Because I don't want to be impure anymore. Why? Because I learned my lesson. Now, this is my new power. Me knowing I'm good enough and I don't need the situation anymore. Back in the days I really liked it when I gave sex to a girl and then she gave me this response of, wow, Fabio, you're amazing. Or I was able to give a girl multiple orgasms and I just knew, okay, I'm the man. It gave me something. But right now, I don't feel the need to do that. I know it already. I'm great. And I want to harness the energy of abstaining from sex, and I will continue doing so. And me being able to be strong enough to not long for any women, even though they obviously show me they want something from me. Man, I feel powerful by doing that. And yeah, this is the all of those things, they somehow go hand in hand. And this is how I developed self-love in solitude, in addition to that semen retention, bro. That's a deadly combination. And if somebody was able to make it until here, brother, You didn't you didn't mess up your dopamine. Proud of you. Stay strong, and if you never tried it, try Solitude. You got that, brother. I believe in you. Mwah!